Yo, what's going on, guys? And if you guys did not know, I've been a Minnesota Vikings fan for basically my entire watching career of NFL football, which has been since the 2009 season when Brett Favre took over for that Vikings squad. All right, that's the first year that I really remember watching every single game. And, you know, Adrian Peterson has most of my childhood locked away in a place that is very special in my heart. But Kirk Cousins is a guy that I was never a fan of the signing, never a fan of him as a quarterback. But this year, I'm not going to say, I haven't even watched the Netflix quarterback thing, but over the last year, I've become a Kirk Cousins fan. In year two in Kevin O'Connell's offense, who Kevin O'Connell used to play as him in Madden all the time, but for me, I think this is going to be really interesting. I'm going to hear your thoughts down below in this video right now. Let me hear them. What do you think of the Minnesota Vikings? Literally none of you are subscribed watching this, so please hit that subscribe button and get this channel to 1,000 subscribers. It'll be greatly appreciated. Back to the video. If you haven't been living under a rock, you would know that the 2023 Minnesota Vikings are going to look a little different with Adam Thielen, Eric Kendricks, and Dalvin Cook all gone. This is a team that we're retooling, but we still should be good. Yes, the Philadelphia Eagles and San Francisco 49ers are the top tier contenders, but I think the Vikings are a team that could be a dark horse. Now, we still got the same great building block around Kirk Cousins in the name of Justin Jefferson. With Brian Flores coming in as defensive coordinator, being an underrated hiring, as he's going to hopefully fix up the defense as he has done in every stop he's ever had. Wherever he goes, the defense get good. Now, this is a team that I think Kirk Cousins over here, he's a guy who was easily going to throw for 30 touchdowns, 4,000 yards. And with Kevin O'Connell being, you know, in his second year, he's going to be comfortable. And I really, really do enjoy what we've seen. Now, having TJ Hawkinson in a full season with Justin Jefferson, I think this is going to be an efficient year where, you know, Alexander Mattison is going to be this, you know, the running game is going to be more of a complementary to set up the pass as it's always should be. But I still think Alexander Mattison is going to be a guy who's going to be able to, you know, run and space the field for us, similar to how Dalvin Cook had done. Dalvin Cook last year ran for 1,100 yards. I think Mattison can do the same. And the thing right here is people don't realize that the problem with this team is that we were 27th in rush attempts last year. So I think we're going to go for a lot more rushes on the first down and allow our offense to be more creative on second and third down. And, you know, it's just all going through the, you know, the growing stages of becoming a better team. Now, Justin Jefferson legitimately could go for 2,000 yards. I know that's absurd, and there hasn't been any player to do that. But if there was a guy, there's no one better than the man entering his fourth NFL season than Justin Jefferson to go ahead and be the first wide receiver in NFL history to catch 2,000 yards. As he's been the model of consistency, and at only 24 years old, there's only been a guy by the name of Randy Moss who's been more spectacular. And I think one of the most interesting things about this is that Justin Jefferson is going to help out KJ Osborne and Jordan Addison as they're going to open up the field for not only Justin Jefferson to get more targets, but Justin Jefferson getting all the attention that he gets is going to open up the inside for Osborne and Addison to really feast. And they're going to take up the bulk of the work opposite of Jefferson. And I really do believe, obviously, Osborne's going to be in a position to get more minutes and more touches than Jordan Addison just because of seniority and being, you know, the role that it is. It's just getting seniority. Unless you're like a bona fide top 10, top 5 pick where you're an absolute Pro Bowler from day one, you're usually not going to beat out the guy who's been here for a year or two and has earned his stripes, because this is what the NFL is. This is not a league that you just come in, oh, you know, like, yeah, I make my bigger channels an NBA channel that we make NBA videos. And in the NBA, if you're, you know, a top 5 pick, you're usually going to start regardless of who's in front of you. In the NFL, it doesn't work like that. You got to earn the stripes. Everybody's got to earn their way. Everyone's got to earn their way onto the 53-man roster. Hence why I think KJ Osborne will have more touches. Now, what I do think is going to be interesting is the fact that TJ Hawkinson's another guy who's just going to be that safety valve. And the other thing is Alexander Madison's a better catcher than Dalvin Cook of the football. So in the pass catching scenario, they also have another good pass catcher in Madison. And then like I said, the safety valve in TJ Hawkinson, he's just going to be there, just, catching passes and doing everything that will be needed. And one thing that people will think is that Josh Oliver is a guy who got himself a 3-year, $21 million deal. And he's 6'5", 250 pounds. He had 14 catches for 150 yards and 2 TDs. And he seems to be like he was ranked, the second best run blocking tight end behind Isaiah Likely. And he was with the Baltimore Ravens last year. So this is a guy that I think, will have a good tight end duo with those two. But I'm very curious to see how the offensive line will hold up. Will Cleveland hold up? And will the defense under Brian Flores be able to attack? We need to be aggressive. I've always believed you got to run a 4-3, attack with the 4-man rush. That's all. And if you can sack guys with a 4-man rush, it's going to be good. Because let's see, the Vikings ranked 21st in sacks last year, but in 2021 they were second in sacks. And that was just Mike Zimmer blitzed on 26%. So I think this is going to be a team that we're going to be a bit more aggressive, hunting and playing well. I think Pace Jr. is going to do a good job of, helping set the pace for this team. Because really, this is a fun team for me. I do believe that this is going to be, a season where maybe it isn't like how we always think. But moving on from Dalvin Cook and moving on from the guys that we needed to move on was something that, I think needed to be done. And I do want to hear your guys' thoughts down below in the comments section. What do you think of this Vikings squad? And if you guys are in agreement with me, as it's an interesting situation due to the fact that I think this Minnesota Vikings team can be good. Last year, we were a double-digit win team, but it didn't feel like it. I think this year we can be and feel like it. And maybe even go on a run. Okay? I've only seen one NFC championship game with my Vikings, and it was a disappointment because Brett Favre broke the golden rule of a high school quarterback and not to throw across your body across the field. But he did. And we lost that game because you don't do that. But that's going to be today's video. If you guys haven't done it already, hit that like and subscribe button. It'll be greatly appreciated. I love every single one of you and your support on the channel, as it does mean the world to me. And I do want to hear your guys' thoughts. Was there anything else I could have mentioned or said? But yeah, that's it. That's it. I really don't have anything else that I could really speak upon. But take care. Bye-bye.